Good morning once again, my friends. It is time to get going for the day, isn't it? It is really not a matter of what time of day it is, I guess. Any time that we're able to stop and reset our mindset, to be able to reorient ourselves to the direction of God's truth, that is a time that is good for us to get going on the day, isn't it? Well, today we've been looking in Romans chapter 8, and we spent a lot of time on verse 1 about the condemnation that we tend to feel and how Christ has removed that now and forever. We're going to move on into verses 2 and 3, maybe even verse 4, where we're told that the Spirit of God has done something amazing for us. He has set us free from what Paul calls the law of sin and death. The law of sin and death. I mean, you think about laws, natural laws like the law of gravity, and they're pretty constant, aren't they? And they apply to everyone. This law of sin that he's talking about is a law that said, past tense, that we were slaves to sin because of the sinful bent we inherited from our ancestor Adam. But Jesus Christ has come. And through the law of the Spirit of life, which is a law of grace, it's a law of substitutionary atonement where Jesus took our place, we have been set free from the law of sin and death. Now, if that is not good news to you, you might want to check your spiritual pulse. You are free from the law of sin and death. So what that means practically is that you no longer have to sin. Now, I understand there are some very powerful and compelling habitual types of sin out there, whether it's alcoholism or anger issues or sexual temptations of various sorts. I understand the powerful pull of sin. Absolutely. But that does not make what Paul is teaching here untrue. We just need to understand something more about what he's saying and know how to apply it. Because, see, part of the reason that sinful habits and behaviors have a pull on us and have such a dominant place in our lives at times is because we believe they are that powerful. Well, stop for a moment, and you may say, well, it's not more, you may say it's more than a belief, Carrie. It does have a powerful pull on me. I understand that, but I also understand you believe it has a powerful pull on you, right? What would happen if you began to believe, because of what Paul is saying right here, that law of sin no longer has power over you? Wouldn't hope begin to rise? Wouldn't a sense of hope that things can be different, a sense of possibility begin to arise? I think it would, because I've experienced it in my own life, and I've seen it in the faces and in the eyes and in the transformations that have happened through people I've worked with over the years. You see, belief is powerful. What you believe determines much of your reality. Now, I'm not saying this in that kind of crazy way where you say, I believe gravity doesn't exist, and so therefore you go jump off a building. I mean, that's insanity. That's stepping outside the realm of reality. That's not what I'm talking about here. Because God right here in Romans chapter 8, verse number 2, has told you what reality is for you as a follower of Christ. Reality for you is that you have been set free from the law of sin and death. That is reality. And it's up to you to believe it and begin living according to it, living in the hope that the truth provides. And I'm praying for you today that you will be free this day, maybe just this one day, of those strong urges and pulls that sinful habits have had on your life, so that you can see the hope that is available for you through Jesus Christ, because you have been set free from the law of sin and death. Go out and conquer today, believing that. Let's talk again tomorrow on The Morning Mindset.